You do also know about the story that the UTAG is asking lecturers of the country's university to prepare for a strike because they are protesting what they say is suppression of academic freedom. We also know that there is a counter release that has come from the University of Education Winneba UTAG itself, and they are not very excited about that. David, Joseph Akable has been speaking to the president of UTAG at the University of Ghana.
Coming Monday, about 2,400 lecturers throughout the country in all the universities in Ghana are withdrawing only their teaching services. As you are aware, we do more than teaching.
But clearly for many students who are across the country, they know for a fact that it's the teaching service that it's very important to the students.
No, and that is a wrong perception. If that is what, we do so many things. Teaching is just a fraction of the things that we do. So we are not technically going on strike. We are just withdrawing teaching that we think that the atmosphere does not permit us to do as we need to do. We don't want to be mediocre in the performance of our duties. We want to perform our duties as professionals. And so if there is any situation that will prevent us from doing our work well, I think it's just professional to say, well, let's wait and see what happens.
Doc, you are just from a class. For your students, and next week they will not be seeing you in a classroom. Do you think it sits well with them to know that their lecturer is not in class because there's a court case somewhere miles away at Winneba, there's a disagreement, it's still before court, and UTAG is unhappy and they are saying that my lecturer should not come to class? Are you being fair to the students?
We are being fair to the students. Gentlemen, we are not happy ourselves. It's regrettable that we are where we are. We love the work we do, we love ourselves, we love our students, we love our institutions, we love our country. That is why we have elected ourselves to imprison ourselves in this environment to do what we do and have nothing to show for it. But we love it. That's what we do. That is what gives us fulfillment. Meeting with our students is our joy. And so for us to decide that we want to take our joy away and to embark on this action, you should know that it's a painful one. It's not something we are happy about. But there are times that you need to take the bitter pills to cure a situation as this one. And we are doing that for our students, we are doing that for their parents, we are doing that for ourselves, we are doing so for our country. We cannot sit and allow political selfish interests to infiltrate into administration of our institutions. We do so, we do it at our own peril.
But Doc, one will again wants to find out how long will this action last?
In 2 weeks, we'll be going for a national congress.
Joseph Akable interacting with the president of UTAG. Well, Daniel is joining me from the University of Education. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Gifty.
Daniel, what has the reaction been there?
Well, Gifty, we just got to the University of Education Winneba campus, and for the reaction, I'll allow the students and the lecturers themselves to tell you what they think about the announced strike by UTAG. I have with me, I'm at the Faculty of Education and Psychology, and I have with me some students here. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name?
Please, I'm Aisha Tete from Economics Education.
So you're studying economics. Have you heard of a strike on this campus?
Yes, please. I've heard of the strike, but it's not going on here.
What do you mean by it's not going on?
And teachers are still teaching, and so far, I was even at a lecture when they called me to come here and then talk about it.
So every single lecturer that you have has been coming to class?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Aisha. But Gifty, we also have with us here Dr. Isaac Bracco, who wrote a counter statement to what UTAG UEW wrote. Dr. Bracco has joined us now, and so I'll be talking to him briefly about this. Dr. Bracco, what is the difference you have with the UTAG National and UTAG UEW?
Yeah, I think UTAG National, which is headquartered at Legon, their members have more problems, more welfare problems to think about. As I speak to you now, they have not been paid their book and research allowance, and you are talking about somebody strike. You know, we are not on strike. The problem affects University of Education lecturers, and we are teaching. Since Monday, every morning, I've been teaching at 7:30 to 10:30, 3 hours. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today I've taught, Thursday I've taught. So we are not on strike, and we think the reason for the strike defies logic. How can we defy the court? I'm a political science lecturer, and we teach to our students, among other things, independence of the judiciary. If judicial decisions cannot be rendered nugatory or nullity except through the normal process of appeal. So if a court has given a decision and you think you are not satisfied with it, you go to a court that has higher jurisdiction, that has a higher jurisdiction over and above the court of original jurisdiction on appeal. So in this case, the court that tried the case is the High Court in Winneba. So you go to a higher court, which is the appellate court or appeal court, on appeal. You don't declare a strike. That is an unorthodox method. So if we lecturers, who are supposed to be the most elite political institute under the most elite trade union in Ghana, are doing this, this is a Muntier kind of approach to the judiciary. It's an attack on the judiciary, and we should protect the judiciary. We shouldn't do this. If any organization should do it shouldn't be the lecturers. No, it defies logic.
So Dr. Inchidanso is also here, who is also in support of this position. It goes without saying, sir, that you have also been going for lectures since Monday.
Yeah.
Dr. Bracko has been mentioning that the process that is being used by UTAG is not becoming of a body of lecturers. But this is the case where the council of the university, your university, has decided to withdraw the appeal case from the appeal court, and they've decided to keep the pro-vice-chancellor as the acting vice-chancellor, meaning they have ratified all the other appointments, save the finance officer and the vice-chancellor. Don't you think this is unfair to the officers in question?
No, it's not that way. You know, a case which is in court cannot be arbitrated or settled outside court in that order. You got to go to court and seek permission to settle the case outside the court. Now, what the council did was that they have ratified all the other certificates, with the exception of those case which is pending at the court. The case of injunction is affecting the two principal officers, the VC and the finance officer. The council has no power to tamper with that issue. That is why the council didn't, ratify those.
So you do not think it's unfair to these two lecturers?
No.
You see, the points here, and I'll come to another lecturer here before I go back to the students. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Dandy Damson.
Dr. Damson, the point here is that one of the plaintiffs in this case is a member of parliament. There is no going around that issue. This new council that seems to be towing the line of the plaintiff because they've withdrawn the appeal case was appointed by the president. Don't you suspect here that everyone is simply doing the bidding of a very powerful political official?
I totally disagree to that statement, in the sense that let's put political issues aside. The university has no political jurisdiction, all right? What is happening is that it is one apetition seller who has taken the university to court, and he has hired a lawyer who, perchance, being an MP and a lawyer, is defending the apetition seller. What I believe is that let us put all the political issues aside and let us come back home and solve the issue. What is the issue? The issue is that two principal officers, the FO and then the VC, has been asked by the court to step aside and let the pro-VC act as the acting VC till all the issues. When you read the court jurisdiction, it says emphatically that when all certificates are rectified and when a council is constituted, and then it said, or the case at the court has been what? Determined. Now the first part has been determined, for which all certificates and everything has been rectified, appointment and promotion and everything. Now the second issue, which is left with the court to decide. Secondly, you see, let's delve much into what actually is happening. Can you sit outside your home and call for a strike in somebody's home? Ask the national UTAG president, has he traveled down to UW to know and talk to lecturers? UTAG is for lecturers. UTAG is not for executives. I am part of it. I pay my dues. Our voice should be heard, not executives' voice to be heard. In a summary, ask yourself and ask other UTAG executives. Their mandate is about to go down. Why is he calling for strike before he goes down?
Which is very interesting. When is the election again?
We are having our election tomorrow.
So the president of UTAG, who declared the initial strike on July 18, is standing for election here tomorrow.
No, he has gone for 2 terms, and then the Constitution says when you go for 2 terms, you are disqualified. But the question...
So he's not even going to be standing in the election? No. Okay, Dr. Damsey, let me hold you there. I'll come back to you, but I want to get the voice of some of the students. Let me come to you. When you hear these issues, the back and forth between your lecturers and your university council, there's a member of parliament involved, there's a former assemblyman, Anna Shisela, involved. What comes to mind immediately?
Actually, what comes to mind is what's actually going on in this modern day Ghana. Because how come just an Shisela will just bring a court issue? Then all of a sudden we hear people saying that the lecturers are going on strike. It's something else.
So it surprises you that a simple court case can result in a strike?
Yeah.
Let me come to you. Well, it seems like I've been speaking to only the ladies. So let me come to one of my gentlemen here. Please get closer to me for a moment. Is there any situation where you will feel justified that, okay, my lecturers can go ahead and go on strike, even though I'm having an education, they are coming to teach me? Would you in any way see your lecturers as justified if they go on strike?
Yeah, you see, my problem is that the strike, was it issued by the court or it was issued by an individual? You get it? If it was issued by the court, then I have no problem. But then if they said it is issued by an individual, that is where the problem is. So if the court issue a strike, I will be okay with that.
So again, you again are saying that the court's decision should rather stand. Let me come to this side here. So we are talking here about your lecturer saying that there's a court case involved, and because of this court case, some are saying they want to go on strike, some are saying they don't want to go on strike. Have you met any lecturer yourself who has explained to you or who has let you know that he's not attending lectures for so and so reason?
Well, basically, since this semester just started, for me, I started my lectures on Monday, and up to now, I've been going for lectures. So it tells me that there isn't any strike going on this institution.
When you heard and you were at home, you heard that something like this could happen, what was the first thing that came to mind?
Well, I was worried about my studies because as students, we are just here to study to become responsible people in future. So if this strike comes in and that, it becomes very worrying for students who wants to be good people in future.
Right. It looks like Dr. Damson, Dr. Bracko, Dr. Ichidan. So you have the students behind you in backing your decision not to go on strike. But we don't expect anything less from students because they are the ones who would be most affected. Dr. Ichidan, so the bottom line here is that a group of lecturers feel aggrieved. You have joined an association which is fighting and advocating for your welfare. As a result of that, they have decided to go on strike. For Monday, it's going to happen across the country. Are you not turning your back on your own with this position you've taken?
Let me make some correction. I don't see the strike solving any welfare issue of lecturers in this university. I don't see it as such. You see, UEW is made up of 4 campuses: Kumasi, Mampong, Winneba, and Ajumakon. Right. We have lecturers in Kumasi, we have lecturers in Mampong, Ajumakon, and Winneba. Now, the executives of UTAG, UEW, unilaterally declared the strike without consulting any of these branches. Right. And so when the strike was declared, we started questioning them until they hurriedly came and, had an emergency meeting with us. And we categorically told them that no, some of us told them that no, the strike was premature, the first place. Second place, the strike has no, basis. The strike has no basis because you can't go on strike and reverse a court decision. So they should use other alternative measures, to address the issue. right? They didn't agree with us, and they went ahead to declare the strike. Okay, so as I'm speaking now, there is division among us. Mampong is not on strike. They have declared, and it was in the press that they were not going on strike. Kumasi too is not going on strike. They are teaching. Ajumako and Winneba, we are also teaching, irrespective of the declaration of the strike. It is only the unilateral decision of the UTAG executive, UEW chapter, who are pushing for the strike just for their parochial interest. And if you ask me, I can explain why I'm saying that.
I'll come back to you for your reason why. But Dr. Bracko, since you heard of the announcement of the strike in July, would it not have served the campus better, the image of the university better, if you had gone directly to the executives and said, look, I disagree with you, let's find an amicable way to settle this?
We've done that. Immediately the president came from the courtroom. Then he declared strike on television. You see, you are there.
Actually, he was telling me, I was the one who interviewed him that morning.
Yeah, he is there as an executive, as a president, at our behest. It took my vote to put him there. So if there is a problem, you want to take a major decision, you come to me, the one who put you there by my vote, to seek my consent. Labor unions must be run like labor union, not like as an institution which is managed from somebody's armpit. You see? So we don't know how they haven't shown respect to us. We put you there. It's an association of which you are heading. So if you want to manage it like you manage your home, that one I will not agree. So I told them they should not send that message to us by text message. They should call an emergency meeting, even if it will last for 1 second, and tell us why they have declared strike. You need my mandate first. And that thing they do, I've told them I will not be on strike, and my members support me, the concerned lecturers. We've been teaching.
About how many are you, the concerned lecturers?
We are many. Even those who claim to be on strike. Let me tell you, university, the teaching is just one aspect of our work. We have administrative duties. Many of them, they and their few cohorts, are working in various capacities as heads of department, as exam officers, as members of appointment promotions board, and each of these bodies has attended not less than 2 meetings since the strike was declared. And they have been participating in these meetings and drawing allowances for that. So are they on strike or they are just...
Doctor, in all fairness, when I read the national UTAG statement, it did say that from Monday in that strike, you can take any other non-teaching assignments that come with your appointment, but they are withdrawing teaching services from Monday. That's what the UTAG statement said.
You see, you can't be more Anglican than the Archbishop of Canterbury. How can the mourner mourn more than the bereaved? That thing affects Winneba, University of Education. 2 of our campuses have withdrawn from the strike. They've disassociated themselves from the strike. So Legon, where members have more welfare issues, as I've mentioned, that their book and research allowance have not been paid to them yet. And you are coming to mourn with us. We are not on strike. Why do you tell us to? Legon is in the 3rd week of teaching. How do you stop teaching our students and then whilst you have taught your students for 3 weeks?
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Isaac Bracko, Dr. Enchidanso, Dr. Dandy Damson, and all the students that I have behind me. Just a quick one. Is there any students here who has been to a class and has been told the lecturer is on strike? There's no student. Okay, there's one student here like that. Let me quickly jump over to you. I would ask that Dr. Enchidanso would switch places with him and quickly come to me so that I quickly get that feeling from him. Tell me what happened when you went to class that day. First of all, introduce yourself.
My name is Onyina Kingsford, an economy student. We had a course which is called Economy of Ghana yesterday. The lecturer introduced the course, gave us the course outline, and said because of the strike, he can't can't lecture that day. So next week, if the strike goes off, then he will lecture.
What was the mood in the class when he made that announcement?
We were quite conserved. We were quite reserved because we were not all that worried because he gave us a good introduction for the course. So we were satisfied for that day.
Did he tell you why he was on strike?
No, he didn't give us any reason.
So you were not really worried about what you heard that day?
Yeah, because per my demand as a student, I was satisfied that day, per introduction. But he adjourned the lectures to next week, as he said, because of the strike.
Right. Thank you very much. There are a couple of final words here, but we'll have to wrap up. Thank you very much, all of you, for having us. So, Gifty, the picture is clear. Majority of the lecturers, as we can see, have been going to class, from what we've gathered. Back to you, Gifty.
But we also know that some aren't going for lectures. But we expect some more thoughts from the students as you return from Winneba. Daniel, thank you very much. for that update. Daniel Dazi is in Winneba at the University of Education campus, bringing us that update. You saw him there with some lecturers and some students there as well.